So if you can't tell from the title, I'm going to be going to China. I'm going to be flying over there on the 16th to my parents' hometown with my sister, and we're going to meet up with our cousin. Then we're just going to chill there for a few days before going to Shanghai, Nanjing, Suzhou, and we're going to finish it off in Hangzhou before we go on our second tour to Beijing. And yeah, that's just it for the north. We're just going to Beijing. All I know so far is that I am super excited for this trip because I haven't been back for over 10 years, and that's like, and I just feel like that's so insane and crazy. I've been asking around like my friends, my roommate, and my family like what to expect, and you know, just kind of like getting an idea of the slice of life. It's kind of interesting because like China is so big and there's just like so much culture and so much progress and change right now. So it's kind of like I'm hearing like a few things from different people, but something that like everyone has been saying is just like, just expect nothing to be the same as you remember it. And I'm just like, okay, I'll try to do that. I guess it's like such like a huge area, so it makes sense, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, I just feel like it's exciting, but also a little bit weird. Or a better way to say it, it's just like weird to not be familiar with like one part of your identity. Back in my hometown, when I was like still in high school, or even like a little bit now, my sister and I were like considered like the go-to people, the go-to person to learn about China. It's just not entirely right, but it's not entirely wrong either, you know? But it's not entirely right. Just thinking about it, I just think it's so funny that we were like the go-to people when we haven't been back for 10 years and we were like born and raised in America. So I didn't really realize like how much I was out of touch with everything until I got to college. When I first like began practicing Chinese with my friend Megan, I kind of struggled a lot, you know. That's like when I realized like, hey, like I have a really heavy accent, like a really heavy American accent. And she was like, yeah. And then like it's kind of like, oh, like, you know, like why is that? Like, you know, people were just curious. And I caught myself explaining this, and it didn't seem, because like to me, like I don't really like think about it, you know, but I was like explaining to her like, oh, I haven't like formally been to Chinese school or spoke Chinese actively at home for at least like 5 years now, you know, like trying to explain like my accent. And then as I was saying this, I was like, oh my god, like this huge chunk of time. Yeah, just stay tuned and just kind of, I don't know what to tell you, like what to expect, because I don't know what to expect, but just stay tuned and see what happens.